Hello everyone, this is Dr. Muzakir Ahmed Khan, and in this session we'll be discussing tenses in English language, and it is a must-watch video because it gives a lot of important information with regards to tenses. Yeah, these are the contents of my presentation today. The importance of tenses and the mistakes that we usually commit, and need for it, definition of it, and various forms and uses of tenses. And do we really have to remember all of these? And I will also share some examples. Yeah, first of all, let's begin with the mistakes. And the mistakes, if we commit with regards to tenses, the summary which we convey doesn't give any meaning. And if at all, if it is concerned with regards to some examination, competitive examination, it doesn't give any marks to us. So now, for instance, I have taken this particular sentence, which is the most common one in the essays that people write in competitive exams. And if you are able to figure out the mistakes, well and good. There are a few mistakes here, and we can have a look that these are the various mistakes that are done in this particular sentence. And these mistakes are with regards to spellings, grammatical mistake, and there is no proper subject verb agreement. And above all, the problem that we have in this particular sentence is the improper use of tenses. Yes, now the corrections. A corrected sentence is over here. Okay. With regards to tenses, a study has been carried out. Ed. It is a verb in ed form, v2 form, which represents something, some activity that has been done in the past. Okay. And the problem that we had is with this particular word reveal, and that correction has been done, and the tense used over here is has, a form of using a tense. And its importance of tenses. Any work we do in our daily life that includes events and activities which are done always in a particular sequence, only then it gives some meaning. Yeah. If some need arises wherein we are supposed to convey our work or activities that we have done or we are supposed to do in the future in oral or written format, tenses play a vital role. Okay, without proper usage of the tenses, we cannot convey any activity. So this play a role in a reading session of any competitive examination. If with regards to PTE, it plays a very significant role in uh, reorder paragraph and also in fill up the blanks. And with regards to IELTS, the multiple choice questions. So if you have proper knowledge of these tenses, the following or the various activities that we do in examination, that becomes easy. Yeah, each tense that we use, or various tenses that we have, when we use them, they actually indicate the particular time of an activity that had occurred. Okay. And the verb form or the tense which we use in the sentence tells a listener or a leader, when we write a sentence for somebody else to read. So the kind of verb we use tells the listener or the reader as one when exactly that particular activity has been held, whether it was in the past or it's happening now or somewhere in the future. Example, in this particular sentence, I walked to the store and I bought milk. So I bought milk is a past tense. How about this walk? So walk doesn't go well with bought, isn't it? There is no proper usage of the words. Verb, walk is a verb and bought is a past verb. Hence the corrected one is this. This is where the proper usage of the verb or the tense plays a significant role. Yeah. And typically verbs come in three different tenses, that is past tense, present tense, and future tense. We all know about these things, and we actually use them in our daily life. But in competitive examination, just because of not having little basic knowledge, we lose up some very important marks. Yeah, verb, you make use, it has three types: past, present, and future, and it can be represented as something like this. And coming to tenses, there are three types of tenses, that is past, present, and future. And overall there are 4 aspects combined together. They results in 12 type of sentence. Okay, yeah, these are the 3 types of tenses: past tense, present tense, and future tense. Excuse me. And now, yeah, these are the 4 aspects: simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. So if we combine these things together, we get these particular kind of tenses: simple past, and similarly the various other kinds. And sum together, these constitute 12 types of tenses which we come across in our daily life. Yeah, this is a chart which once the video is over, you can just go through, and this gives a timeline as when exactly the activity has happened and whether the activity has happened in the past, and is it everything in the past or happened in the past and also continuing in the future, something like that. You can just have a look of this particular chart later on. Okay, now coming to the actual discussion of tenses, we will discuss individually present simple or simple present tense. Yeah, in this particular kind of tense, we usually discuss daily routines and facts. Okay, the daily routines we are involved in, and the form is subject and verb. Since it is present and these are the daily routines, we are supposed to use a verb in we form or the base form. And very importantly, if at all, if the subject is I, you, we, they, we are supposed to, at any cost, use a verb without a word ending with s. And if the subject is he, she, it, we are supposed to use a verb with s at the last. This is very important. It is not like, if it is singular, no s, plural, we are supposed to have s. It is not that way. If at all, if the subject are of this type, any of these, we are supposed to have a verb without s. And if the subject is these, any one of these, we are supposed to have s in the verb. Okay, just have a look. I have given one simple example, considering time constant. Yeah, these are daily activities. You consider example of any daily activities, it holds good. I drink coffee. I. I, no S in the verb. I drink coffee. Whereas he, he drinks coffee. This is very important. That's all is very important part of this is the differentiation between this kind of subject and this is usage of the yes. That's what you're supposed to learn. And if you practice some more examples, this will help you a lot. Okay. Now the other kind of tense is present continuous. So this is a tense which we make use of when we are involved in activities which are of short term or temporary activities or activities or the actions that are happening with us or around us. Okay, and the form is something like this: subject, am is are plus verb. Since it is continuous, what are you supposed to pay attention is, if something is continuous, we have to use a verb that is in ing form only. And typical format of this is this one: I am, he, she, it, is, you, we, they. We make use of the word are. Yeah, few examples: I am writing assignment now. We are drinking coffee. The world is getting warmer. I am speaking now. Okay, this are all these verbs are continuous. We are drinking coffee. Yeah, I am drinking coffee right now. Also, I may continue to drink for some more time. Some more time in the sense future. That particular period of time is future, right? Yeah, these are continuous. We are making use of a verb in ing form. And if it is we, plural, it is are. Okay, and if it is he, she, it is. He is going, something like that. Yeah. Next kind of verb is perfect present. These kind of tenses are used wherein we are discussing activities related to general life experiences. Here, time doesn't play a role. If time is not considered, we are supposed to make use of this particular kind of tense, which includes subject, have or has, plus verb. This particular thing or kind of tense is very important one. If you just learn how to use this kind of tense, 50% 95% of the problem is solved. This is what where we find difficulty in examination, wherein we come across some sentences while writing, especially essay. We get confused, whether should I write have or has. You need to learn this. Yeah, I, you, we, they. If at all, if something like this, we are supposed to have make use of the word have, and he, she, it will make use of the word has, and everything is in the present one. Examples: I have written 20 essays. When? Now, today, something in present, okay? I have written 20 essays. Suppose if time comes into picture, I wrote 20 essays when I was a student. When I was a student, I am no more a student, okay? So the word have is gone, no more required. Similarly, Abdul have attended the session once. When? Probably today or now or some time ago, or he is attending now. Abdul have attended, okay? Attended the session once. If at all, if time comes into picture, Abdul attended the session in January. You're supposed to mention the time, okay? January, and have is gone. That is what you need to pay attention at. Got it? Yeah. Next kind of tense is perfect present. Present perfect continuous. Either way is fine. Continuous, as you know, as I have already mentioned, if it is continuous, we are supposed to make use of the verb in ing form. Actions started in the past and are continuing. Okay, actions past and are continuing. So the form is subject, have, has. The only difference between this is a activity that has been done. Okay, and this one is started in the past, but still it's happening. That is why we make use of the word been, have been, has been, whereas this remains same. I, you, we, they, all these are plurals. We and they. I, you singular, have, he, she, it, has. So along with this, we are supposed to make use of the word ing. A typical example: I have been waiting to speak to the principal since 2 p.m. We make use of the word since, if at all, if you are willing to mention the beginning time, the initial point. And if you don't want to mention the initial point, simply mention the duration that you were waiting for. I have been waiting. Okay, this particular word, been. This is the tense form. I have been waiting, and this is the verb ing. I have been waiting since 2 p.m. or 2 hours. He has been writing articles on different topics since morning. Has been writing. Clear? Okay, we'll move on to the next type of tense, past simple. So I have categorized into present, past, and future. Yeah, we can discuss any way we wish, but I felt this particular form to be a much easier one. Okay, past simple. When do we use this kind of tense is for what we need to first understand. When we are discussing some actions that are started in the past, also finished, started and finished both in the past. And the type or the form is subject plus verb V2, that is ed form. Some examples are: this building was built in 2000. Okay, built is the verb V2. V2 in the sense ed has to come, but why don't we have V2 over here, ed over here? Because there are certain verbs which are irregular. We call them irregular verbs. There is no ed form to them. Okay, built. This building, past, things happened in the past. Abdul received the parcel yesterday. He received. It is not that he is going to, he received, past. When? Yesterday. Both the activities have been done in the past. I worked all night. He worked all night. Everything in the past. He gave us a present. Gave is a past. Again, this is also a irregular verb. He gave us a present in some function, occasion, or some graduation ceremony, anything like that. Past continuous. Shows an ongoing action happening at a specific moment of time, and that particular action was interrupted by some other action, or any two parallel activities happening at the same moment of time. In those case, got it? Two activities happening at the same time, or an activity was happening and that was interrupted by another activity. In such cases, we make use of this past continuous, and two verbs come over here. And the form is I, he, she, it was, you, we, they, were, because everything is past tense, was and were. Was, you can just remember like, if it is singular was and if it is plural were. Yeah, now, some typical example. I was watching TV when she called. There are two activities. Watching is one verb, and another one, she called. Okay, so something interrupted some other activity. So just consider it in a very simple terms. Don't complicate the things. I was watching TV when she called. While John was sleeping, someone stole his car. Okay, he was sleeping last night. Someone stole his car. While I was writing, the computer suddenly went off, crashed. So there are two activities happening. Okay, what are you doing? What were you doing when the earthquake started? So here, this particular kind of thing, two activities happening. To mention as which one happened first, we make use of this kind of past continuous. Clear? Past perfect. Two past activities. And here, this is a better version of the previous one. Two activities happen, but what is the sequence? Which one happened first? This particular tense is used to represent that kind of situations. Subject, had, verb. We make use of had over here. By the time we reached the venue, the party had started, isn't it? Two things happened, but which one happened first is what we are indicating over here by the usage of the word tense. This had. When I reached the venue, the party had already started. The first thing happened was starting of the party. It is then I reached. So let us go to another example. The plane had left by the time I got to the airport. Okay, which one happened first? The plane had left by the time I got to the airport. First plane left. It is then when I arrived at the airport. So to relate, indicating two activities, also giving the timeline as which one happened first. If that is the case, we make use of the word had. I came here after you had left. You had left. You left first. Then I came over here. So two activities happening, but which one first? You left first. So to do so, we make use of the word had, and the past perfect is the tense which we make use of. And the next one is past perfect continuous. Since it is continuous, we make use of the verb in ing form. Actions started in the past and are still continuing. Okay, these are the actions that started in the past and are still happening. Yeah, we'll discuss some typical examples. How long had you been waiting to get on the bus? So he started waiting some time ago and is still waiting. I had not been studying tenses for very long. Not studying tenses since long time, and still I haven't started. Okay, started something that is started in the past and is still happening. I have not yet started learning the tenses. Since when? Since long time, and also now I haven't started. So if you want to relate such kind of activities which started in the past and are still happening, we make use of past perfect continuous. So just have a glance of this particular chart and revise. It is you who have to work hard and imagine the things. Only then things get sorted out. We'll move to the last type of last four types of tenses. Future simple. Yeah, this kind of tense is used wherein we have three different kind of situations: plans or no plans. Do I have a plan, or I don't have any plan at all? Or present continuous, or promises or decisions and offers. And the various one for plans and no plans, subject plus am, is, are, going to. We make use of this word going to if at all, if we have some plan. It is not decided, it is just a plan. And I am is with the verb ing. If it is plan, everything is planned. and promises, decisions, and offers something that I am doing on an instant basis. Instantly, if I am taking some decision, instantly I am promising. I'll make use of the word will. Yeah, have a look. We are going to buy a car. It is just a plan. We are going to buy a clan. Buy a car. When? Time is not mentioned, not yet decided. We are going to. If something is just a planned or unplanned thing, okay, we make use of the word going to. Future simple, future. So everything is happening in the future. Also, I'm flying to Mumbai on 20th. It is scheduled, it is planned. Hence, we make use of another one. I am. He is going to Bangalore, something like that. And if at all, if the word will comes for the future one, it is, decision, something happens. We will see what we can do to help you. If somebody asks you for help, then you make some decision, something like, you offer something that we'll see what we can do. Okay. In such scenarios, there are three types. Just have a look of these examples and think of some more. Build up your own things that will help you a lot. Future continuous. Ongoing actions in the future. Actions that will happen in the future. Subject will be plus verb. So we'll discuss an example. You'll understand much better. The president will be coming at 1 p.m. Okay, he will be coming. Doesn't come, it is in the future. He will be coming. I will be watching TV when my father arrives tonight. So when my father comes, I'll be still watching TV. And future perfect, completed actions in the future. Okay, so in somewhere in future, if there are some activities which will be completed in the future, we'll make use of this. And the form of it is subject plus will have plus a verb in V3. We'll discuss one example. By investing now, he will have gained double profit. By doing something now, he will have gained, okay, some profit. Gained is V2 of past participle. And also, uh, it will have stopped raining. It will have stopped raining. It is just a guessing that can happen in the future. Completed action that will complete in future. Stopped raining. And the very last one is future perfect continuous. That is a ongoing action in the future with a time period. This is very important point here. If time period is considered for any future activity, we make use of this tense, and the form of which will be this. Subject will have been plus verb. Will have been plus verb in ing form, since it is continuous. Yeah. You will have been waiting for more than 2 hours when a plane finally arrives. Okay, for 2 hours. The time period, if time period for any future activity is mentioned, we make use of this particular format. Another example, how long will you have been studying when you graduate? How long? Finding out the time. So with regards to time, we make use of this particular kind of tense. Yeah, this is all about, these are the various form of tenses. The very important tenses are what we will face in examination are these two, have and has. Are they? Yeah, present perfect continuous. These are the two you need to pay attention to perfect and to face any kind of questions that may arrive in examination. So we'll move on to the next one. Almost done. These are some examples which I have, considering time constant, I have kept over here. You can just go through these examples and prepare yourself and get a clear picture. Practice these things. Okay. I'll just, you can take a snapshot or whatever. You can just go through these. And now I would like to just let you know, so that these are my scores when I gave a English exam for the first time. Okay, since I am from technical background, I'm not in basically an English one. My score was, especially if you focus on writing, it is 69. What I'm trying to say is we have to tune up our skills so as to enhance ourselves. So once some correction was done, finally I got this score, writing 90 and overall 90 as well. So now So these are the little things which we already know, but a proper usage and implementation is required. Once we do that, we'll tune up our scores. Okay, these things, these skills will boost up our scores. And also, apart from these tenses, there are many little things that plays a part in improving our scores. I'll let you know. Yeah, before my final scores, this were I got 75 in writing once, and another time I got 90. When I got this 75, I figured out where exactly I have committed mistake even after practicing much more. So I found a little more things which I needed to improve, and I worked on those apart from tenses. There are few more topics apart from tenses. If you just work on those, there will be consistency in our scores, and we can perform well, and we can get our desired scores. So once I got 89, and after that, the final score was this one. Okay, apart from the tenses, there are little very small topics which seems to be insignificant, but they play important role. Once you just master those, nobody can stop you from getting good marks. So we also, please, I would like to request you all to subscribe our channel and share and like it, and do comment. And I may have committed some mistake, please correct me as well. And also, we provide coaching for the people who, especially in PTE. Anybody who is required, they can contact us. And apart from this, we also guide them the various things that they require. They need to just tune up their skills. You may be much better than me, but we will assess and give a feedback to you as where exactly you are lagging behind. A few things, I just went for some kind of scoring, when in a correction of 2 3 words changed my score from 75 to 90 straight away. So we'll let you know what exact mistakes you commit, and we'll help you out in figuring those. So thank you all once again. I request you all to subscribe our channel, and thank you. All the best.